Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the One Pot Wonder. Today is class 6, so session 6. It's actually our last class for this group, and I can't thank you enough, all of you, for joining us for this program. I really hope that you've enjoyed it. And so today, I had mentioned in our group that we're making a chicken broccoli pasta, which is extremely easy and simple, and it is what One Pot Wonder is all about because it is made in one pot and it is pretty easy. So we're going to get started, but I want to make sure that you check your bags, make sure you have your chicken, you have milk, you have your pasta, your garlic, onions, broccoli, you have a mozzarella and a parmesan cheese, and the only thing that should not be in your bag is a little bit of oil. It doesn't call for very much. It's only a tablespoon or a teaspoon. If you don't have any oil, you could use butter, or don't use anything at all. It's basically just used for frying your chicken up, and if you could just add a little bit of water so it doesn't stick. You really don't need the oil, but however, so we're going to get started, and I just wanted to say a great big thank you to the Community Initiatives Program for allowing us to do this program and to help us with the funding. And a great big thank you to all our volunteers and diligently have been a part of the program since the beginning, which is Brockett Child and Family Services through the Enhancement Program. And we also have Michael Rushton behind the camera today, and a great big thank you to you, Michael. And and the food banks Pincher Creek and Brockett, or the Food Center in Pincher Creek, sorry, as well as the Creekside Community Church. They continue to help us as well. So we're so grateful. We couldn't do this program without the support. And last but not least, Napi Friendship Association, who is kind of our backbone to the programs and to ensuring that we can offer this to you every day. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and we're going to get started with making sure that you have cut up your chicken into your cubes. And your onions, you want to cut those up into just tiny bite-sized pieces, and your garlic to chop up in very fine pieces. And then your broccoli, which we're going to cut up. And actually, just prior to doing the broccoli, I think we'll go over to the stove and we're going to get the chicken cooking. So we'll meet you over there. Okay, so we have our chicken cut up into little bite-sized pieces, and so we're going to cook that first. Now this is the step where the oil is involved, but I'm not using the oil for the chicken, but you certainly can. So we're gonna just let this kind of cook up, and we need to add in our garlic at this point. And a little bit of salt and pepper. You could add some additional seasoning to your chicken if you choose. You could add a little bit of seasoning salt, or you could add some Italian if you like. I'm not going to use a whole bunch of salt, and if you don't want to use salt, you certainly don't have to. The salt is, if you use a seasoning salt, it is a great idea for pasta, just because it takes out some of that starchy taste that you get. It really helps to, and also helps to soften your pasta as well. So, okay, so we're gonna just let this cook, and we will be right back.
I've got rhythm in my soul. I've got rhythm in my soul. Can you feel
chicken is cooked, we're going to take this out of the pan and we're just going to put it aside in a bowl. And then we're going to go to our next step, which is to do the onions and the broccoli. And then at this point we are going to use just a touch of oil to catch our broccoli and our onions. Let's put our onions in first. And this we're going to put a lid on our pot, and we'll just cook this until the onions are kind of transparent. And we can put the broccoli in together with that. And then we're going to just put a little bit of pepper in. And just a little dash of salt again. And we're going to just let this cook enough to let it simmer a bit. And we'll be right back.
Let your body move.
The broccoli is starting to cook, and as you can see, the onions are starting to become a little bit transparent. They kind of get like a soft, snowy color to them. So at this point, we're going to start to add our milk in now, and we need, for your recipe of 4 servings, you need 6 cups of milk. That's why you have two containers of milk. So if you have a bigger crowd, you can certainly just double your recipe. So this is our 6 cups of milk, and then we're going to bring this to a boil. You want your milk to boil, and then we're going to add your pasta into your milk and your onions and your broccoli. And then we'll also put our chicken in as well. So it's an extremely easy recipe. You just kind of throw it all in the pot. And as I said, you can add more garlic, you can add some more seasoning salt, your salt and pepper to taste afterwards. It's kind of a lazy man's way of doing an Alfredo without the cream, because that's very, very rich. But you could use cream if you choose, but it would be very, very rich. Because keep in mind, once the pasta's cooked, then we're going to add all the cheese in. So, and that's what makes it thick and gooey. Anyway, we're going to just let this come to a boil, and we'll be right back. Packages of your rotini in bags like this. So in your recipe it calls for 1 pound of pasta. So 900 grams of pasta is about 456 grams. So you're going to look at about half of your bag for the recipe. So if you want to do a bigger servings, then just double your recipe and use all your pasta. So anyway, we're just going to do half today. And then we're going to put our chicken in again, and we're just going to stir it all up. And we're going to let this cook. And you're going to need to let your pasta cook for about, a good 10 or 12 minutes. At least 10 or 12 minutes. And we're going to put the lid on and let this cook. And we'll be back again. Okay, so We have been about a good 15 minutes in the preparation for the pasta to cook. It has taken quite a while. The milk has evaporated into the creamy sauce you're seeing. And the only recommendation that I would say is, first of all, I've never done this recipe before. It's a first for me too, so a little learning curve for us all. So I would almost pre-boil the pasta before putting it in. Maybe even just a part boil, like so that it's kind of half cooked, just to help the process of not taking so long. But if you're patient and you're fine with waiting until it's cooked, that's okay. So now the only thing we have left is to do your cheese. So you're going to do 1 cup of parmesan and 1 cup of mozzarella, and you're just going to incorporate that into your casserole, and then just to stir it up inside of your gooiness, and then just keep stirring it until your cheese is gooey and melted, and then your pasta is ready. Now, the other thing I wanted to suggest is, if you don't want to put your broccoli inside of your pasta, you don't do it. Just cook your broccoli on the side, or if you don't like broccoli, you know, there's other vegetables that you could certainly look at. So, yeah. So I think we're pretty much ready to go. The cheese is already melted, and we are ready to have lunch. I hope you've enjoyed the program, and would love to have some feedback, if it's a yay or a nay, for the recipes that you've had. And we also are going to be taking a bit of a break in between sessions this time. We won't be back till August 17th. Will be our first class that we'll be offering the program again. So I hope you guys are having a great summer, and stay safe, and we will be in touch soon. Take care.